host with the most, Jedbell, as always. Welcome back. So we are going to do my Horror Binge Extravaganza 2019 Part 5. I know last week I accidentally put the video as Part 3, so there's two Part 3s. Whatever. I didn't fix it. I didn't feel like it. Whatever. Anyway, so we are going to go ahead and, like I said, see what I've been watching for the last week. So let's crack into it. At number 121, The Barn. Number 122, the original When a Stranger Calls. There will be a review on this. I already shot the video for it, so I'm giving you guys a heads up on that. Number 123, the original Tales from the Crypt from like 1972 or 73, whenever it was. But yeah, that one. Number 124, Blood Rage, aka Slasher, depending on how you know the movie. Great little flick, definitely recommend it. Kind of cheesy, but I like my cheesiness in my horror movies. I'm just saying. Number 125 is Urban Legend. Number 126, Poltergeist 2. 127, thank you to a special service, VHS, the first VHS movie. Number 128, Sleepwalkers. Yeah, I actually put that one in this year. I think it made it into my binge last year. I don't know. I mean, I know it's not the greatest, Stephen King adaptation / unfinished story / whatever. But you know what? I enjoy it. I have fun with it. I see past its, like, weirdness and stuff. Whatever. At number 129, I have to thank Horror Pack for this next one, because they actually sent it out a few years ago. Or a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe. And I really love this movie. That is The Woods with Bruce Campbell, with a few other people. Yeah, I mean, I'd seen this movie way before Horror Pack ever sent it out. When they did send it out in the DVD pack one time, I was so happy because, like I said, I really do enjoy that movie. It's nothing spectacular, but it's a fun one. Number 130, one of the few remakes that I actually really enjoy, and that is The Blob from 1988. Number 131, rounding out the Poltergeist series, Poltergeist 3. 132, we got another sequel in Pet Sematary 2. Once again, like, I know it's really not that great. Can't not even hold its own to the original Pet Sematary. But, you know, you got Clancy Brown, you got Edward Furlong, you got what's his name from Revenge of the Nerds, and ER, I know I'm blanking on his fucking name. I know, whatever. Great actor. But yeah, no, Pet Sematary 2, just like a lot of you guys who enjoy this one. I know there's a lot of people who don't. I understand and respect that, but I just kind of have fun with it. Plus the fact that there is a decent chunk set on Halloween and everything. It's like it kind of gets you into the spirit and everything. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Number 133 is the TV classic. I'll say, you know what? I'll call this a cult classic. You guys kind of have a feel of what I feel what a cult classic is. But that is Night of the Scarecrow. Like I said, it's kind of cheesy. It's a made-for-TV movie. I know Mike Hadfield was just asking about this, and I said, you know, it's a made-for-TV movie. So right there, you know, it's gonna be not the greatest production. Number 2, it's a little cheesy, but it's a great revenge type of story, you know, where justice gets its due. So that's something that I really like about it. I feel like that's what a lot of people enjoy about that movie is, yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but the revenge type of aspect is really good. Number 134, the only other musical aside from Rocky Horror Picture Show that made my list, it's been part of my binge for the last few years, and that is Phantom of the Paradise. Number 135, one of my all-time favorites, and I remember first seeing this movie way back in the day when I was still a teen, like maybe early teens. It hasn't been early teens. When this like hit cable, it was either like Joe Bob Briggs or TBS's Dinner and a Movie or possibly Svengoolie, but I think It might, I think more than likely it was the Dinner and a Movie thing on TBS when I first saw this, and I really kind of instantly loved it, fell in love with it, and that is The People Under the Stairs. Like, right? Right? That is, oh, just so many things about that movie that I enjoy. I need to do another review on that. I do. I do. So, but number 136. Next one up is one that I've not watched in quite some time and actually do own it on DVD. One I feel like doesn't get quite enough credit. It's nothing absolutely great, but like I said, I feel like it doesn't really quite get enough credit that it should deserve, and that is Orphan. Next one up is a first time viewing. I've been seeing everyone posting about this. I knew right away that I wanted to somehow watch this part of my binge, and that is Haunt. It is currently now on Shudder right now, so it's free for you to stream. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty decent. I mean, obviously, it kind of does follow that trend of sort of like Hellfest and sort of, I guess, Escape Room and everything. I haven't seen Escape Room yet, but kind of like it follows that sort of, you know, trend in horror right now where it's like, okay, at some sort of like amusement type theme, whatever, interactive kind of fun house slash carnival, whatever. But you know what? It's not that bad. It's kind of fun. It has its own little take on it. Kind of cheesy at some points, you guys. Like, I'll admit, even towards the end, I was like, oh, it's kind of cheesy. But for me, it was effective. It'll be interesting to see what I think upon a second viewing of Haunt. But we'll see. We'll see. Next one up, at 138, another sort of unfinished. No, actually, I don't think it was unfinished, but one that was not ever published as a Stephen King novel or short story or anything. And I know for a fact that Stephen King does not look highly upon this movie, but we all freaking love it for some reason because we find something in it. And that is Maximum Overdrive. Number 139, another great classic straight up ghost story in The Changeling. Followed by, I must have been in a George C. Scott type of mood, and I watched Exorcist 3, like I said, at 140, and I will even say it too, and I know a few other people kind of said this too, I actually prefer the third one over the first one. I love the first Exorcist, I do, it's a fantastic movie, but there's something about the third one. I don't know, and someone even kind of said, too, that's a little bit more of, like, a thriller type of, I think it was Juanita who said it was, like, you know, because it's a little bit more of, like, a thriller suspense, it draws you in a little bit more, and I totally agree on that. I feel like because it is kind of its own entity and everything, I know there's all this sort of information about Exorcist 3, but I feel like because it's not trying to be so much like Exorcist, the original, and doing kind of its own thing while tying in the first Exorcist, it actually was done well. And normally, when you try and do this with franchise, it does not always go well. Prime example of how to go ahead and do that in that way. Just saying. Anyway, almost done, you guys. A few more. Number 141. Another one that actually made it into my binge for the first time. One that I have not seen in ages. It's actually on Amazon Prime right now, and it is Event Horizon with, like, Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill, and everything. Oh my god, you guys. If you like those sort of movies, such as Jacob's Ladder, or Memento, Vanilla Sky, Brain Dead, where it's kind of, like, going from, like, different sort of, like, realities and stuff, and different sort of things going on where it makes you question of like, wait a second, wait, what's going on? Wait, I thought this happened. It has to keep you kind of guessing of what's going on. Sort of like a puzzle type movie. Great movie. Way more effed up than I remember, but it was awesome. It's not like effed up in a way where you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm scarred. Nothing like that. I'm giving you guys a warning. Speaking of sort of like those movies that you have to like sort of figure things out because there's so many different kind of like flashbacks and like different alternate realities. Number 142, Jacob's Ladder. Number 143, a first time viewing for me, because I procrastinated on checking this movie out for so long, I figured I'll just save it for my binge, and that is Visiting Hours. Great suspense cat and mouse movie. Eventually, I will do a review on it. I will. Last but not least, movie that I'm actually kind of finishing up right now is the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre at 144. So that is what I've been watching for last week. Technically since Sunday, since I did do the last week's video a day late. But that is what I've been watching, you guys. So we should have about one more video a week from now, or probably Friday. So we'll see if we actually get to 200. I don't think I'm going to get to 200, but we'll see how close we get. Till next time, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.